And for people in the comments and for those times when I've been the conspiracy theory on this podcast saying maybe he didn't retire, maybe he got pushed out. If he did, I'll the counter argument here. The Padres better win 90 plus games next year. And that's going to be harder to do because they're losing probably Michael King, probably Dylan Cease, probably Luis Ariz, probably Ryan O'Hearn. And now, after 2 straight years of 90-plus wins with the manager who basically guarantees you 90-plus wins, and you're a team that now, for the first time, has done back-to-back 90-plus win seasons, you better win 90 games next year.
I don't know.
If they bring in A.J. Ellis and he wins 84 games, you telling me we're not going to be sitting around going, maybe Mike Schilt could have gotten...
Do they go to the playoffs?
I mean, that's...
Yeah, I mean, I remember saying this, and you know, my answer, not to I'm not trying to swat you down here.
No, it's fine.
But my answer is usually, or what? You know, he better win 90 games, or what? Because I remember saying this. I remember saying when Bob Melvin walked out the door, and you're bringing Mike Sheldon. I remember saying this on radio, and it sounds profound, but then again, I'll ask myself the same question, or what? Well, Mike Schilt better get them to the NLCS, or what?
I mean, I didn't. I'm assuming the or what. And I was wondering this earlier.
Because I thought that was the standard that was left by Bob Melvin, which is why when people sort of, celebrated and tap danced on Bob's grave, and they're like, good, get this bozo out of here, Sleepy Bob. So when people did that, I was like, well, I'm sorry. Like, he was a manager who helped get this team to the NLCS.
Okay,
right?
but...
Like, the grass isn't always greener. But I'm also old enough to remember people celebrating Bruce Bochy exiting out of the organization because people felt like its time had run and come and gone. And again, it's a much easier thing to do back now, 20 years after the fact. But, I mean, what if he doesn't win 90? What if they win 85? What if they aren't pushing, max bullpen innings every single game, every single day, and you're a better team in the playoffs? I think I understand the temptation to say that sort of stuff, but, I also think the whole overall context is probably pretty important to see. Like, are we still talking about the Padres in the playoffs a year from now? Even if they won 85 games, then I don't think anybody's going to care that they didn't get 90,
But okay, you say that, and I'm not talking about you and me. You and me will understand. But you and me also understood to continue this comparison, you and me also understood that in 2007, Norv Turner took that team to the AFC Championship game, I believe, after going 11-5. And every Charger fan was still saying, we fired 14-2 Marty Schottenheimer for 11-5 Norv Turner. And I'm like, you got further in the playoffs. That was the point. Marty couldn't win in the playoffs. They got a guy who could. You won playoff games. And they were like, that 14-2 team, they would have won. They would have won if not for Jeff Fisher knocking out Sean Merriman's knee. And it's like, I think from the narrative sense, the casual fans, I think it will matter. I think it's going to be a measuring stick for casual fans of whoever we get, can they win 90 games? Can they win 90 games? Because it's been forced down their throat back-to-back 90-win seasons. All this guy does is win 90 games.
Right.
So from a narrative sense, I do think people will care. I don't think you and I will care, but I think we'll be dealing with a bunch of people who care about it.
Yeah, I mean, careful what you wish for, right? I mean, the Cardinals got rid of this guy after a couple of years, after back-to-back 90-win seasons. Interrupted. There was the sandwich year or the COVID year. I'm just conveniently excluding that from this conversation. And the Cardinals done, I mean, feels like the Cardinals are as irrelevant as they have been in my entire life.
I mean, the year after he left, they were awesome. Goldschmidt won the MVP. Arenado finished third in the MVP. I think they went kind of far in the playoffs. I don't remember them being in the NLCS, though. So,
I don't remember. I mean, it feels like they've been a bit off the radar.
They were fine for 1 year, and then they fell off a cliff.
Yeah, and maybe, thinking back to some of the words that John Seiler used, like, we came up short in certain areas. Maybe going back to back-to-back lefties. Maybe that was another thing that I don't know.
Maybe John Seiler's not a bunting fanatic.
Maybe he's not. Maybe he's somehow secretly one of the people on our Discord channel who passes around the "we gonna fucking bunt" meme all the time when it comes to Mike Schultz. So